This is Volleyball DNA. Hey everyone, welcome back to the lab. I'm Denise.
And I'm Anton. Now, this is where we keep our growing selection of incredible volleyball specimens. If you see one that you like, feel free to examine the subject for yourself.
From 8 subjects, we have gone on to double that number. So at this point, we'd like to take time out to show our appreciation for your support.
It is time once again to extract and react to your comments. But to those who are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button to join the experiment on Volleyball DNA.
That's right. So, like a lot of our young volleyball idols say nowadays, let's go.
All right, so we picked things up with experiment number 9, and we had the great former Uaap MVP and lady spiker Majoy Baron on the show. We have a comment from Alexandra Norin Rodriguez who says, "Since then, grabe na yung respeto ko kay Majoy. But after watching this, mas lalong tumaas yung respeto ko sa kanya at sa lahat ng mga atleta. Grabe yung growth ni Joy at mas lalo pa siyang nag-grow after UAAP." You know, I really like this comment by Alexandra because I can recall interviewing so many lady spikers, and most of them said that when they arrived at Taft, their volleyball skill level wasn't that high. In fact, I remember Mika Reyes saying 0 siya nung pumasok siya sa Taft. And that was the same thing that Majoy told us when we got to talk to her on the show. But my takeaway from that is if you dedicate yourself to your craft, you put in the work, and you have a guy like Coach Ramil De Jesus who mentors you, good things are gonna happen. I mean, we saw what happened with the careers of Mika and Majoy.
Yeah, it's super inspiring to hear stories like that, and especially from someone like Majoy Baron, who's very successful now, not just in volleyball, but also in her modeling career, diba? Now let's move on to experiment 10, where we had Doc Volleyball himself, AJ Pareja. And we had this comment from Jan Alexander Miguel Duldulao. "I love this part of the interview so much. I'm also a student currently pursuing a pre-medical course and soon med, hopefully. And I also love Pokemon so much. I also play volleyball, kaya I was able to see myself kay Doc AJ. For me, Ate Denden would be a great Gardevoir." Is that how you pronounce it? Gardevoir?
I don't know. Ibang ano na yan eh. I think that's a newer version of Pokemon.
Okay, I hope I'm saying it correctly. Indeed, she's very graceful and she knows very well how to read and analyze other people, may it be on the court or not. Doc AJ for me would be a Steelix. Anton for me would be a Gudra.
I don't even know what that is.
So keep on making these videos po. Thank you so much, Jan, for your comment and for continually supporting our channel. Well, okay, Anton. Nag-research ako kung sino or ano si Gardevoir.
Okay, if that's how you say it, Gardevoir.
Gardevoir. So, she kind of looks like a fairy nga. But then, I'm not sure what she does really.
Oo nga, no? She's like a psychic fairy Pokemon.
Fairy Pokemon.
Wait, I just want to say the Gardevoir, though, reminds me of you when you're warming up because you don't like to get bothered when you're warming up. So, the look of Gardevoir reminds me of that. So, yeah, I think it's pretty
like
accurate.
poker face lang?
Na, parang game face na, don't disturb me, I'm warming up.
Okay.
Ganun ka kaya?
Don't bother me, I'm playing. Tapos, sabi naman ni Jan that AJ would be a Steelix.
Oh, I know what a Steelix is. Naabutan ko pa yung Steelix. That's like the steel version of Onyx. You know the Onyx, the one of Brock, the long
but
rock
that's a
snake.
Steel type?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, what's a Gudra? Because that's you.
Dragon type pseudo legendary Pokemon.
You don't look anything like it though. It's like purplish.
The Gudra reminds me of Littlefoot from Land Before Time.
I love Littlefoot.
Yeah, Littlefoot was my favorite character. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I would compare myself to a Goodra. I feel like I'm more of a Blastoise.
Lol. Okay. Let's hear what Jan has to say why he chose those Pokemons for us.
Yeah, put it down on the comments section below. But we thank you for joining itong pakanane din because she started all of this Pokemon stuff on the show.
Oh, ba talaga?
Ikaw! You started it with Maddie. Yeah. Still on the Doc AJ episode. By the way, last time we were here in the lab, Doc AJ, we were reading his comment, and now we're talking about his episode. Anyway, there was a comment from, I'm not sure how you say her name, ECC01. Now, there have been a lot of comments like this, ha. Sabi niya, si Denden naman next, haha, wanna hear her story din. Same pre-med kami, BS Biology, pero di rin nag-proceed. So, you had that conversation with Doc AJ Pareha about, studying to become a doctor. But like what I was saying kanina, a lot of people have been saying this. They have been asking for your story then. I mean, yeah, you're the host of the show, but I'm sure fans can't help. But what about Denden? May mga nagsasabi dyan, how about Denden Lazaro's DNA? We want to extract her DNA. So, I don't know, Den. You want to give the people a chance? You want to share a little bit of your story?
Fine.
Okay, I have an idea. So, let's try to do it differently. I'm going to show you 5 pictures. 5 pictures from your volleyball career. And then you have to react to all of them. Just tell us the story about what's going on. G?
Kung maalala ko. Game.
Okay. Subukan natin. Alright then. Do you still remember this picture?
Oh my God! This was, I think, my 3rd year in high school.
So I recognize Eliza. I recognize Kim Fajardo. Obviously you, and is that Denden beside Eliza?
Yeah, Denden.
Okay, so what's going on here?
Okay. I forgot now why we were all in the same gym. Pero mukhang awarding siya kasi may medals na sila Eliza. We had this group photo together kasi we were all part of the RPU team. So the core was mostly mga UST players. Sila Eliza, dyan ko sila na-meet. Wow! May kasyang bata namin dyan.
I have a question for you. Who was the best player in this pick?
Eliza.
Eliza was already that good during that time? Diba sinasabi na sa atin during this time di pa siya masyadong seryoso?
I mean, i-compare mo naman sa form niya ngayon, diba? Eliza was already good. Even Kim was really good na that time. Standouts na talaga sila.
So if there was a Fab 5, there was a Team Besh for Ateneo. So how did Team Besh come together? What's the origin story?
Origin story, it was basically we were batchmates. And surprisingly enough, magkakaiba kami ng ugali, personalities, likes. Kaya it's a beautiful thing na hanggang ngayon close pa rin kami. We try to catch up from time to time, and yeah, it's really cool. This pick, I don't remember why we were in Blue Eagle. I think naki-training lang kami sa Ateneo. By some chance na magkakasama kami.
Yeah, you have so many pictures together. Like you Google Team Besh. There's so many pictures.
And that's what comes out.
Yeah, this among many, many pictures of you guys.
We've been together for so long. Yeah. Diba? Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, so hindi lang Fab 5, meron ding Team Bash. So
yeah.
They
used to call us Power Rangers.
Yung t-shirt ni Amy pwede. Ang daming kulay eh. Okay, my question is, where are you here?
I don't know. I mean, ang mga kasama ko, although I see like the number 13 dun sa likod ni Bea. I'm not sure if that, like, siguro naman that's me.
Yeah, nga. 13, nakikita ko rin. Okay, when LaSalle wins, they do that, the arrow thing to the crowd. Kayo, you guys jump and you point, right?
Do we? Yeah, kasi it's like...
What does that mean?
Alma mater. I don't know. I don't know why we have to like point, but it just works. Any Atenean, watching, can you please explain? Gumagaya lang naman ako. It's very for you, so I think we're like pointing upwards. For God.
What about this? What do you remember about this? What's the vibe about? I mean, you have Coach Roger there. You have Coach Ty, two of your favorite coaches of all time.
Hindi ko maalala bakit nakaganyan kami. Why did we do that? I forget. But this was during in SEA Games ng 2015. Tapos, I don't know, that was such a fun team to be in. Kahit na we only had like a month or less to prepare together. Parang we just all gelled. I wish we gelled better in the court. To, come up with better results. Yun siguro yung one of the things na we look back at and wish we had done better. But yeah, this was a really fun group.
Legends. I mean, looking at the faces, wow.
No, Ate Aiza, Ate Rhea, si Denden and Jaja playing together, Ate Rachel.
Si Gretzel, nandyan pa eh.
Yeah, she was, I think, Sa and Gia were the youngest members of the team. And hello, Coach Ty and Coach Roger coaching together.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Galing.
Good times.
Okay, I believe this was the last championship you won. Tama ba?
Yes.
And I remember congratulating you and you saying that you were sick pa during that day.
Sick the day before the game and during the game. Tapos I sprained my ankle rin nung, I think, game 1.
Oh.
My ankle pa nun. So like patong-patong. But it was all worth it. It was all worth it. And it's sobrang solid ng team na yan. Solid ng team ng Petron. I mean, from the management, the coaches, and the players.
What's it like winning a championship in the club, with the club team?
Well, especially in the PSL, I've never won a medal in the PSL, and this was my first. So I was really thankful that I was part of this team, and they welcomed me with open arms. And sobrang solid lang yung imports namin. May I just say, Kat Bell, Stephanie Niemer, I mean, GOATs for me. I mean, they're just the best. On and off the court, I love them.
Okay, guys. So there you go. Denden sharing a little bit about her story. So thank you guys to everybody who commented. And mag-thank you rin kay Den, kasi I had to do some convincing. I had to do a little bit of convincing.
Thanks for digging up those old photos and all.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
I don't look at them. It doesn't just like pop up randomly.
Yeah. It was a nice little trip down memory lane.
It was.
Experiment number 11. We had Ea Laure. Now, we wanted to have somebody young, somebody who was a present star in the UAAP, and who better to have than Ea Laure. And we have this comment from Joseph Flores who says, not a fan of Ea, but swear ang galing niyang sumagot. Ang consistent sa mga sagot. Yung confidence niya nag-resonate sa conversation. No dull moments. So this comment is striking to me because at the start, Joseph says that he's not a fan of Ea, but I think he was converted into a fan because he watched the interview and got to know the type of person and player Ea was. So yun ang maganda, 'di ba? Bago mo i-judge yung isang player o tao, 'di ba? Kilalanin mo muna and then you make your decision on what you think or feel about this person. So thank you so much, Joseph.
Yep, thanks Joseph. And I hope that goes for sa lahat ng mga na-interview natin na players, no, who shared their stories, mga pinagdaanan nila. And it's not just volleyball that we focus on in our lives. There are also other things that we go through. We're people also like you who go through things, you know. For our 12th experiment, we had Gia Morado. I was super happy we had her on the show, by the way. This was very special because this was right after her engagement, and she shared her engagement story with us. So that was really special. Preachy Pereno says, one of the reasons I started following Philippine volleyball ever since I watched Lady Eagles on season 76, the G Amazing. Watching from Los Angeles, California!
Yeah.
Wow! Thanks, Volleyball DNA. Awesome hosts, Anton and Den. Thank you so much, Preachy, for continuously supporting our channel all the way from Los Angeles, California. It's so nice to hear that, you know, people from all over the world are watching our
Masaya doon sa LA ngayon, di ba? I mean, the Lakers won, the Dodgers won also. So, must be great times there in the City of Angels.
I was really happy to have Gia on the show. Actually, we were talking about having her on the show sa umpisa pa lang, and I think it was the perfect time to have her on the show because of her engagement. Yeah. So Gia, if you're watching, congratulations and thank you for being on the show.
Congrats again, Gia Gel. O Den, meron pang isa. Hindi ko alam kung tiga US din to kasi yung apelido Emily Griffin. Okay, pero fascinated daw siya sa volleyball dahil kay Gia. At dahil sa episode na to, mas lalo ko pang hinangaan ang player na to. Full of wisdom and power, vision and purpose, how and why. Dami kong natutunan. Applicable sa lahat ng bagay. Kahit hindi ka player. Salamat, Gia. You are truly amazing. So thank you so much to Ma'am Emily Griffin, wherever you are around the world. So yeah, it's nice to know where you guys are watching the show from, so you can let us know in the comments. So thank you so much once again to Emily and of course to Preachy from Los Angeles, California. Experiment number 13. Now this had to be a special episode because as you guys know, number 13 is Den's number. So who better to have than the phenom herself, Eliza Valdez. First of all, thank you, Lai, for joining us on the show. Alam mo naman, pangarap ng siguro kung sino man gumagawa ng volleyball content to have Eliza on their program. So thank you so much to Eliza.
Nagkataon lang na 13th episode si Eliza. Hindi natin sinadya yan.
Nagkataon lang talaga. And for a guest as huge as Eliza, we also had a huge comment, literally, na nanggaling mula kay Freya Beha. Freya, hindi ko na babasahin to. I'm just gonna get the main point. So, kinuwento ni Freya na she got into watching volleyball by just flipping the channels and then tuning into the finals of UAP season 76. So, kayo yun, then, playing in the finals, and then rookie year ni Gia, Eliza was there. So, dun niya nalaman yung storya nyo with Ella and all that. So, it just goes to show that sometimes when you watch a certain game, and whether it happens by chance or whether you've been following the sport for a long time, you get hooked and you feel connected to the players that you're inspired by. So, yeah, and si Freya was inspired by you guys and sinundan na niya yung career niyo. And siya rin yung isa sa mga tao din na sabi, please, we want to hear Denden's story as well. So, kanina, nag-share na si Denden. So, I hope you guys are happy about that.
Pahapyaw lang ng story ko. But thank you so much, Freya, that you continuously support me and the rest of the Lady Eagles mula noon hanggang ngayon, and I hope na you continue to support rin Philippine volleyball. Thank you so much, Freya. For our 14th experiment, we had power hitter Tots Carlos, our first UP player on the show.
Yun, UP fight.
Jasmine De Luna commented, madaldal pala to si Tots. Akala ko siya yung tipo na isang tanong, isang sagot lang. Thanks Volleyball DNA for this kind of show that we need to know the other side of the story ng isang player. Thank you and God bless. This is exactly why we do the show. Para mas makilala natin yung players beyond the court, what we see on the court. Kasi ang gaganda ng mga stories nila and it's very inspiring. Kahit ako na-inspire ako sa mga kwento ng mga to and kahit na friends ko yung karamihan na naging guests natin dito sa show, may mga bago ako natutunan about them. Kaya nakakatuwa that they're able to share their time and their stories with us. So guys, thank you for being so generous. I love you guys. Thanks for being on the show.
Isipin mo, si Tots, sinabi lang niya sa interviewer na pupunta ako sa UP, napunta siya sa UP. O, di ba? Ganda ng mga kwento eh. Then, may isa pa. From Jasmine De Luna. Still waiting for BDL, Chang Abi, Ara Galang, and KKD. Sana mag-guest nyo rin sila, please. Thanks. Okay. It was Jasmine again. Kasi sobrang enthusiastic eh. Nagustuhan niyo yung episode ni Tots. Nag-comment pa ng isa, nagre-request pa ng guest. Oh, by the way, all those names that you mentioned, syempre, Den and I want to get them on the show. But, we also have to understand that all the athletes, they have their own lives, they have their own plans, and subject to availability ang mga yan. But to all the guests that we've had on the show, maraming salamat because syempre they give their time for us and for you guys para ma-share nila yung story nila. But rest assured, Dan and I are trying our best to get as much interesting stories as possible on the show.
For our 15th experiment, we had Lady Eagle Danny Ravenna. And we got a comment from Skyrob who is on the green side. Sabi niya, animo daw siya. But na-admire daw niya si Danny even more after the interview we had with her. Kasi the fact na Danny had to prove to people that she was deserving of a spot in the Lady Eagles roster. And of course, having the pressure of having brothers as accomplished as 30 and Kiefer, that's a lot of pressure, diba? But nakitaan niya si Danny ng passion, ng hard work and determination. Kaya naman mas nabilib si Skyrob kay Danny. Thank you so much, Skyrob, for your comment and for watching. You know what, Anton? Si Danny, tahimik lang yan sa training. Kasi pagod na siya kaka one man sa kanya ni Coach O. Pero pagdating sa actual game, she's very, energetic, very lively. Ako rin, napahanga rin ako ni Danny kasi I've seen how hard she works and how dedicated she is to getting better all the time. And I'm looking forward to seeing her progress in the coming years.
At sa mga haters ni Danny, all Danny's gotta do is show the trophy. Oh. May legit trophy siya. Can't be a Ravenna without the trophy.
Yeah.
And she earned it.
She did.
Experiment number 16. This was another special episode. Why? Because it was the reunion between the legendary Coach Roger Goreyab and one of his favorite former players, Denden Lazaro. And we had a nice comment here from Jeff Alicante who pretty much encapsulated what the interview was like with Coach Roger. Sinabi ni Jeff, ang ganda ng interview na ito. Si Coach Roger ay parang yung tatay mo nakausap mo sa terrace ng bahay nyo over coffee. True, parang ganun nga. Den and Anton do not even interrupt kasi Coach Roger's stories make the conversation enough already. Kudos. Minsan natatawa na nga si Den sa mga sinasabi ni Coach Roger. Yung mga kwento niya coming out of nowhere yung iba eh.
I remember yung mga kwento niya, especially yung alarm ng mga cellphones.
Yeah, and good job.
Actually, hindi ko rin alam kung sino nagpasimuno nun, but we were all in it.
Masasabi ko lang, good job for not snitching.
Well, Anton, during that interview with Coach Roger, na tanong natin siya kung ano yung favorite team niya of all time sa lahat ng teams na hinawakan niya.
Dami nun.
But he wasn't able to answer.
Dami kasi
Sobrang
nun.
dami, bigay naman natin. So, sobrang dami nang na-handle na teams ni Coach Roger sa pros, sa college, sa men, sa women's division, sa juniors. I mean, syempre, bigay na natin sa kanya na makakalimutan na niya yung mga ibang teams doon, di ba? Pero ikaw, Anton, you've covered the UAAP. You've extensively covered the UAAP for years. Do you have a favorite team? Or, fine, give me your top 3 favorite UAAP teams of all time.
Okay, sige. I just have to say this, ha. I started covering the UAP in season 7-2. Kasi ayoko naman na may banggit ako mga teams, top 3, tas sabihin ng iba, bakit? Merong malakas nung season 65, season 68. Guys, hindi pa ako nanonood during that time. Okay, so we're starting from season 72. So I'll give my top 3, ha. In no particular order. Siguro we start with the season 72 UST Golden Tigresses. The first team in the UAP that I saw win a women's volleyball championship. We're talking Angueta Baquero, Rhea de Maculangan, Aiza Maizo, Maru Baratikla was there, Denden Santiago, a young Denden Santiago was there, and then the coach was Coach Shaq de Los Santos. This team swept the Lady Spikers in the finals. And if I remember right, Coach Ramil was really trying to pull out all the stops. May part pa na pinag-setter niya si Chuck Cruz. But UST still managed to sweep the Lady Spikers in the finals. So they're definitely in my top 3. Then wala ka pa sa UAP nung time na to, di ba? Season 72?
I think my first season was season 73. Yeah,
season, so wala ka pa. But you know of this team.
Yeah. Because I'm an avid fan of volleyball. I would watch these players. And sila Ate Cha, before pa, Angueta Baquero, even like older players, sila Maureen Penetrante, Joyce Pano, I would watch them. I would watch Ate Ila. Kaya ngayon, starstruck pa rin ako.
Pero ang lakas, di ba, nung season 72 na UST. They're the last UST women's volleyball champion team. So, they're definitely in my top 3. Another team that I would put on the list, and this is a very tough one kasi alam naman natin since season 72 may dalawang Lady Spikers team na nag-3-peat. I mean, like there were 2 3-peat eras, so it's hard to choose from those 6. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the season 73 DLSU Lady Spikers.
Why?
Yeah. Alam kong maraming ko kontra sa akin. I think it's
explain. I'm sure like it's an open, discussion.
Yeah. You guys can also let us know kung ano sa tingin niyo yung pinakamalakas na teams, mga favorites nyo. But for me, season 73 was the strongest among those teams na nag-3-peat kasi yun yung pinaka-veteranong team eh. You had a 5th-year Jack Alarca, you had a 5th-year Steph Mercado, you had a 4th-year Chuck Cruz, who was the team captain. Abby Maranyo was there. Michelle Gumaba was there. Melissa Gohing was there. And then you had Mika Esperanza, who was the Rookie of the Year. Personally, I think that was Mika Esperanza's best year. The year that she won Rookie of the Year. So, I think even though she was a rookie setter, para sa akin, ang hirap eh. Ang hirap talunin ng ganun team na you have veterans and loaded with experience. Like, okay, you played against this team then. Like, what do you remember from this season 73 team during your rookie year?
Of course, I was nervous as hell. I mean, it was my rookie year, my first time to be a libero, and we were up against like a seasoned team. Pero ako yung naalala ko rin nung time na yun was how Mika, or tawag kasi sa kanya is Mock, how she played so well under pressure. Syempre, mataas yung expectation sa kanya, being the setter on her rookie year, being with veteran players, diba? Ang laki ng pressure na yun. Kaya, ako humanga ako sa kanya nung time na yon even more. Kasi nung, actually grade school, I think was the last time I went up against her. She was still in LaSalle pa, kaya seeing her in LaSalle doing so well, nakaka-proud kahit kalaban ko siya nung younger years namin.
And come to think of it, hindi madaling trabaho yun, na you're the setter for all of those veterans, di ba? And of course, the system of Coach Ramil De Jesus, Coach Noel Orculio, his trusty assistant. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So yeah, season 73 DLSU Lady Spikers is part of my top 3.
How about the last?
I think you know this one. It's the team that never lost the entire season. Ateneo Lady Eagles season 77.
Wait, are we the only team that did that? Na as in sweep talaga? Na like 0?
In the Final Four era. In the Final Four era, na like when you sweep it, you still have to play in the finals. Because I believe back then, when you sweep the elimination round, that's it. They give you the championship. But I think you guys were the first team that you sweep the elims and then you have a thrice to beat advantage in the finals, but you still swept them.
Just to clarify, kasi for sure there were teams before that.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
How nice of you to try to make sure that you respect those who have won in the past.
Of course. And we're here to educate as well.
So what about you guys? Let us know who you think are the best teams of all time in UAP women's volleyball history. Maybe your knowledge is more extensive than ours. So we welcome all of your comments. So there you go. Again, Den and I would like to say thank you so much to everybody for your continued support. We loved reading your comments, and there were also some others that we noticed. Let's take a look.
By the way, guys, we'd also like to remind you that all of our episodes are available on Spotify. So to those who prefer to tune in to the show via that platform, please hit the follow button to listen to new episodes as soon as they are published.
That's a wrap for this edition of In the Lab. Again, thank you so much for all of the kind words. Stay safe, God bless, and we are looking forward to seeing all of you here soon on Volleyball DNA.
Thank you for watching Volleyball DNA. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to get notified for future episodes and interview highlights.
And while you're at it, head over to our Facebook page by clicking on the link in the description.